Hello everybody, I think we are live and hopefully well. Here we go. As usual, if you can let me know that you can see my screen and hear what I'm saying, I would appreciate it so that I know that things are working. Hi Raina. On my laptop here, I'm not getting it. Let me just try refreshing there and see if that sorts it out. Yep, looks like that worked. If you can let me know, anybody that's here, don't know how many we've got in the room today at this moment, but if you can let me know that you are here, can see my screen and hear me, we can get started. We are ready to rock and roll with part 4 of the money formula. Should have chat section working, and hopefully you can hear me. Everything is okay. Thank you. Thank you, Thelma, as well. Hi, welcome to you both. And anybody else that is there and watching and too shy to just stick anything in the chat box. Let me find my slide share thing. What are we in? The money formula. There we go. So over the past weeks, we've been looking at what product or how to select a product or service, how to get a clear outcome, who your target market is and what you're expecting from everything. And last week we looked at the hook, basically a headline, what's going to grab somebody's attention and how you're going to do it. And we were looking at the AIDA formula, attention, interest, desire and action. So it was about, the hook was about getting their attention, and the lead magnet is then about the next bit. It's about stimulating that interest to get them to desire what you have. And so if we move on, there we go, lead magnets. That's where we're up to with this training. So what is a lead magnet? Well, a lead magnet is basically something that you're using as an ethical bribe on your lead generation page to incentivize potential buyers to want to give you their name, email, phone number, address, or whatever info it is that you're asking for. What you've got to remember is the more you ask for, the greater the bribe has to be. You can look at the information they're giving you as payment, the same way that a dollar bill's being handed over. They're paying you with the information that they're handing over, and they want value back for it. And it's called a lead magnet because it's supposed to magnetize the leads to you. Okay? So, important things. Always remember, the more information you ask for, the greater the benefit has got to be in that lead magnet. Now, the most common type of lead magnet, and I've used a lot of different types of lead magnets over the 17 or 18 years I've been online, but the most common is something like a free report or a free video, and they do work. I'm certainly not saying they don't work. Obviously they work if they're being used all over the place. And if you're not incentivizing your prospects at all, a free report or video is certainly better than having nothing at all. But what I am saying is there is something out there that works a little bit better. So I want to just go through the best type of lead magnet, and I'll be running through all the different types as we go on, as we progress through the presentation today. But instead of giving your prospects some just free information, like a free video or report, you can give your prospects a tool. Now, Often when people hear me say tool, they instantly assume that I'm telling them to create software or do something really grand. But no, much simpler than that. And less time-consuming tools you can create that your prospects will literally drool over. So when I say that you can create tools as your lead magnet, don't automatically think of software. There are lots of different tools out there. What I mean by a tool is something that's useful. So in my business, I give away a spreadsheet of traffic resources I personally use. It's a great tool for my prospects. It's something that they can download and then just click on, and they can find a solo ad buyer. If I'm not giving them information that they need to consume or retain, they don't have to learn anything. They don't have to do anything. It's not a 300-page ebook they've got to read before they can start doing something. It's something that is there and they can use straight away. I've already done the work for them, and now I'm giving them a tool to save them time. Make sense? Some other cool yet simple tools that I've seen other marketers giving away are things like a list of WordPress plugins. In fact, I've done that myself. A long time since I have done it, but yeah, I gave away a list of WordPress plugins that I was using at one time. A calculator, a toolbar, a screensaver. And yeah, if you want to go as far as creating free software to magnetize your leads to you, that'd work great as well. It's all a matter of how much your leads are worth and how much you can afford to spend on magnetizing them to you. I'm going to come back to that point in a minute, but certainly don't strive for average when you can easily go beyond. There's no such thing as an average person. You're not average. So you don't want to even think about yourself as being average. Think about yourself as being that great person with all these ideas and the things that you have to offer people. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is one of the best lead magnets I've ever used to get the highest opt-in rates has always been some sort of tool, because people don't want the work. They want something that's really cut and dried for them. Free reports, free videos, yeah, they work, but they get average conversion rates. When I'm talking about average, I'm talking about between 25 and 35%. When you use some sort of tool as the lead magnet, your conversions are likely to be 40, 45, 50. I've even had opt-in rates in excess of 70% for a tool, because people want things that they can just use straight away. They don't want to have to learn. They don't want to have to dig around and delve around. They want something easy. They want it easy. Now, as I said before, it's a matter of how much your leads are worth and how much you can afford to spend on magnetizing them to you, because that is what it all boils down to. You need to know your numbers, and you need this in any aspect of your marketing. You need to know what a lead is worth to you. And I'm not talking about just on your initial campaign. What is that lead worth in your autoresponder? How many people do you have in your autoresponder, and how much a month can you make from it? If you have 1,000 people in your autoresponder and you're only making $100 a month from them, then then every lead you get is worth what are they worth? 10 cents. 10 cents times 1,000. I think that's right, isn't it? $100. I'm getting a bit of a mind block. I'm usually good at maths. If you're making $1,000, then each lead is worth $1 a month to you. $1 a month times 12. That's $12. You know, you've got to think about what a lead is worth to you. If a lead's worth $12 to you in a year's time, how much would you be prepared to spend to acquire that lead? Instead of it being, oh, well, I can only afford 10 cents. If you're getting $12 back over the course of a year, maybe it's worth spending a couple of dollars on getting your leads. But you need to know the numbers. You need to know what a lead is worth to you, how you monetize it, what kind of income you're getting back from it, what it's costing you to get, what's the cost of your leads, what is the value of your leads. And you need the value to be greater than your cost. Because once you know what you can afford, you can select what's best for you to use. Now, I've outlined 9 different types of lead magnet here, and I'm just going to run through them for you. The first one is probably the most commonly used. It's a guide or a report. And these you see in ebooks, little reports, and this sort of thing. You'll see them all over the place. If you just go online and look for things that people are offering, you go to their capture pages, you'll see that they're offering something like this, most of them. Cheat sheets work very well, and handouts, because they've got a different feel to them than reports or guides. As I say, they're very short. They only need to be a page or so, and they get straight to the point. And you can deliver these as checklists, mind maps, blueprints, whatever you want to call them, spreadsheets, as I say. And they're something that people can use straight away. These fall into the tools section. A toolkit or resource list. These can make a great lead magnet for the right business. And this is the type of thing, like I say, a list of plugins that are useful for your WordPress blog. You know, you could write just a list of maybe top 20 plugins that you use, and or even the top 10 plugins that you use and what they do for you, or the top 10 that most people don't know about, sort of thing. You know, create an aspect of curiosity. So toolkits and resource lists, very good. Once again, they're in the sort of tool section rather than just the video training. If it makes sense and you've got the skill set, video can be a very effective way to deliver on your lead magnet. And while I started off by saying that videos are common and perhaps not the most effective, some videos are ultra effective. Particularly, you may have been involved in launch sequences, or not perhaps your own product, but you've gone through other people's and they've used a series of videos. This is a very common technique. They'll have a series of 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, each giving you more and more and more information, until at the end they say, okay, you've got great information there, go out and do it. If you want to do it an easier way, boom, buy this. And that is it can be very, very effective. In fact, wonder if I've got my link. Let me just see. I've got a link here for, and I'll put this up in this is a great series of training videos. The product itself is enormously good as well. This is HTA, High Traffic Academy. I've been a member for many years. Oh, just a minute. Here we go. Let me stop him. And let me go back here. And I'll put this in as a sticky. If I can remember, yeah. Right here, sticky message, paste, and you can see what I mean. This is, if you go, that should be showing. Let me see if it's displaying. Yeah, it is. That should be a clickable link. When we're finished, if you go there, you'll get some great training from Vic. And I think that's a series of several videos. And of course, the object is to get you to buy into High Traffic Academy. And if you've got the money I would fully and highly recommend it. It's a once only figure. I think it's normally 2,000, but I think if you buy it as soon as you get to the sales page, you get 75% discount. It's $4.90 or something like that. But buy it or not, check out the videos. They're very, very good. And that's one way that video training is highly effective and produces very, very good opt-in rates. So where was I? Well, money formula. Here we go. Next. Software downloads and free trials. You'll see this often by software companies. They'll give you a month's free trial of their software as a lead magnet, and you can try it for a month, and if you don't like it, you don't buy it, and then if you do, you do. It's as simple as that. This is known in the sales and marketing arena as the puppy dog sale. It's where somebody comes along and says, do you want a puppy? And you say no. You say, oh, just have a look at this one. They give it you to hold, and the puppy's there, and it licks your face, and it's all snug in your arms, and you just can't bear to let it go. And that's the same sort of thing. So depending on what you're selling, this can be a very effective way. If you're selling physical products, you can offer a discount or free shipping. One of the a very effective campaign, it wasn't run by me, can't think of the guy's name now, but he was selling folding aluminium ladders. And this is going back, what, about oh, probably about 10 years, I would think now. And I know he sold literally thousands and thousands of these ladders. They weren't his product, it was an affiliate sale. And what the ladder company offered was free shipping. But what he did is he put his lead capture page up, and he put on it free shipping with every purchase. Now, he didn't say that he had to go through his lead capture page to get this free shipping. It was being given away anyway once you got to the sales page. But what he did was he took that from their sales page and he put up free shipping, and he got massive opt-ins, and he sold thousands, as I say, thousands. He made like $500,000 selling ladders, and that was his lead magnet, was free shipping. So it doesn't need to be something that you own that you're selling. It can be something, and you can pick out an aspect of what they're prepared to do. Sometimes you'll see it's free shipping on orders over a certain amount, and you can put that in as long as the amount isn't prohibitive. It's not going to put people off opting in. Quizzes and surveys, these are very, very underused, and if you put a quiz or a survey up, these can be very interesting. People like quizzes, they like surveys, as long as they're not something that they're going to be giving away all their personal information on, and they can get the results back. It can be a very good way to generate leads, and you can use quiz building tools like Interact to create quizzes if you want, and that's the web address for you. It's www.tryinteract.com, and it's a paid thing, but they do have a free trial. There we go. And so you can try it yourself free. And I've got an example of this, which I thought was really, really good. There we go. Which decade does your home actually belong in? Take the quiz. And this, obviously, you took the quiz, and then you had to put your email in to get the results that you had. And this was from a home improvement company. But I mean, that is a pretty unique type of capture page, isn't it? How many capture pages have you seen like this? And it's unique. It's different. It's there, and once again, it's this creativity within yourself. Try and think outside the box. I talked last last week, I think it was, about a survey that was done on creative genius. And it was done, and first of all, they took a group of kids under 3-year-old, and there was a large percentage of them got into the prodigy category, and all but 3% got into the genius category, and 3% were about normal. And then they took the same number of people of 20 years or older. They were in the 20s. They weren't sort of getting up into 40s, 50s, 60s, but they were in the 20s, early 20s, most of them. And they gave them the same test. And the creative genius, none of them got to prodigy level. There were only 3% got to creative genius level. And that is what can happen to us. We can get so bogged down in things that just clutter us and restrict us and tell us that we're not really able to think, and we're not, our ideas are not meritorious, and why should we be able to do this? And this is what society is constantly throwing at us, and this is what we've got to put our armor on against and cast aside. We've got to say, no, I'm going back to being under 3. I've got all these ideas, and I don't care what you think of them, because they're my ideas and I'm going to use them. And somebody has done that with this. I love it. I love it. I think it's an amazing lead capture page. Assessment tests. People like these. Why has Mensa got such a big membership? Not because there's loads of brilliant people, just because people like to see how good they are at things on this particular test. Does it mean anything? I don't think it particularly does. It's just, can you solve this type of puzzle, if you like? But people like them. So you get an assessment test, particularly if it's delivered online, to increase the speed of consumption and gratification. People like instant gratification, and that's what a good lead magnet has with it. Instant gratification. It can be a powerful lead magnet. If you look at Hubspot, they've been using and generating leads with their marketing grader for years, and you can have a look at that. That's www.marketing.grader.com, and that's Hubspot, and they sell marketing software, and they, as I say, for years and years they've been using this same thing. Would they carry on using it for years and years if it didn't work? No, it works like gangbusters. So take a look at that. You know, just help it to get your imaginative juices flowing or whatever. Number 9 is what I call blind sales material. In some cases, the most desired piece of information for the market is pricing and descriptions of products or services. And this can be done in lots of different ways. You see review sites, you know, get a review of the best washing machine from the top 10 on the market or something like that, you know. But a good example of this is IKEA. I presume you've heard of IKEA. It's grown up in the last, I don't know, 20 odd years, I suppose, from nothing to one of the largest furniture and suppliers in the world. And they harvest contact information in exchange for their catalogue. Now, they want you to have their catalogue because when you get their catalogue, it's starting to sell you. And that's all they're offering. And they deliver it digitally to speed up consumption, and it's instant gratification. And they get a lot of people opting in, and they gather that contact information from that. So it can be sales material even that people think is something that's useful to them. Anything that is useful, and the more instant the gratification and the easier it is to use, the better the lead magnet. And with the right lead magnet in place and a strong funnel behind it, and we'll get into funnels in another section of, not in this test, but in not in this training of the business formula. We'll get into funnels again. But your business will become a lead and sales generating machine. So that is where you need to be and what you need to be doing. Sucking in, magnetizing those leads and the money that comes with it. Any questions? Okay, any questions from anybody on anything connected with marketing? Can be about this or any of the programs that I run. If you're a member of any of the programs, any questions about those? I'm here and I will answer them. We've managed to get through in 24 minutes today, which is good. I'm getting quicker at this. But I hope that the information you're getting is not diluted because of the speed. I'm hoping that the information you're getting is good and helpful to you. That's what I'm about. I want you to be able to build your business. I don't care what business it is. I don't care whether it's an opportunity that I'm running or promoting or whatever. Whatever you choose, I want you to be successful. I'm here to be of service. That's what motivates me. That's what gives me a buzz. So if I can answer any questions, let me know. Put them in the chat section and I will answer them for you. How do I get back here? Where do we go? As long as it's not technical. If it's technical, you probably know more than me. There's things in this back office here. I haven't got a clue how they work, and I frequently hit the wrong button and do things wrong. And as I always say, this should encourage you, because if I, with my really limited technical knowledge and at my age, can make good money online, then there's no reason why anybody can't. Most people have more technical ability and knowledge than me. Most people. How do you get the subscriber off the free line? Okay, Thelma, good question. There are different ways of thinking on this. One of the things is when you're getting subscribers, what are you offering them? You're offering them a freebie as a lead magnet. Sometimes there is another school of thought that says it's better to have maybe that lead magnet leading into what I think Ryan Dice calls it a tripwire. I don't like that phrase, but something that is a small low ticket item which is congruent to the initial offer, and it's good to follow up with that immediately. So if you are offering them a 10-point report on how to clear up spots on your face with natural cures or whatever. Can't think of the word for it now. That might be your lead magnet. But when they go in to the download area for that, if you have a free sample spot cream, just pay the post and packing, and you build into the post and packing charge the cost of the item itself, so they think they're getting a free sample and they're actually buying the thing, but at cost. So you just cover your cost, and that changes them from a free subscriber to a buyer. So that's one way that you can do things. A lot of people have subscribers that are in there and they're free. What you need to know is how many people are opening your emails, because you need to get that open rate up as high as possible. To get the open rate up, you need to put curiosity into your subject lines. Is one of the best ways. Put something in that arouses curiosity so they've got to click and open the email. Because if they're not opening it, they're never going to do anything. They're never going to get any further than that. Once again, we're going back to the headlines and the hook thing we talked about last week. It's not just on your landing page. It's in everything you do. And so it needs to be in your headlines on your mails that you're sending out. So once they've got in there and opened it, you then need to get them used to clicking on links. And the way to get them used to clicking on links is to say, okay, we've got this for you, or I recorded this special video for you, just click the link and they go there. And underneath the video, you can have something that they can buy perhaps or whatever. So you can do things in that sort of way. And don't always give stuff away. You need to be mixing it. You need to, if everything that you send out is free, then they're just going to get used to it being free. And when you hit them with something that they've got to buy, they're going, oh, whoa, you know. So it's good policy to always have, or often have, certainly every 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 emails that you send out, give them the opportunity to buy something that is congruent with what you're giving them. And that's what you've got to do. And you've got to build that sort of trust and rapport in there. But don't give away too much all the time. If you do that, they just expect free, 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 free. And as soon as you try to sell them something, they put the shutters up and they opt out. You need to be mixing it up, and building rapport there. Hope that's answered your question. I mean, it's a massive subject, but we can't cover everything in 30 minutes. Have we got any more questions? Happy to answer them, but if we haven't got the questions, then there's an awful lot of other things that I've got to be doing as well. My time is very precious, as is yours. Time is the one thing that we can't get back. I was hoping to have a new video that I've made up, but it's the simple steps to making 100,000 a year. But it's not quite finished yet. So I need to finish that off. And have we got any more? No more questions. If we don't have any more questions, as I say, there are lots and lots and lots of things that I need to be doing. So I will give you just a minute now, and I will take my leave of you. Get on to other things equally important. Okay, no more questions. That's it then. God bless you. I hope that's been useful. Next week, we're going to be covering the next part of this, which is whatever it is. If you go back through the video, you'll see what comes after lead magnet. Can't remember what order I've got the things in. So we'll be covering the next part anyway, the 5th part, and we'll gradually get on to the other parts and complete the training for you, which will give you the total formula. Okay, that's it. God bless.